On a quiet Sunday morning, she picked up her husband's phone to check the time. A message flashed on the screen. "Daddy, will you still come today? Mom said you promised." Her heart dropped instantly. She read it again, slower this time, hoping she misunderstood. But she didn't. She told herself it had to be a mistake. Maybe wrong number. Maybe nothing serious. But deep down, something didn't sit right. A child had called her husband daddy. And that word refused to leave her mind. Across the room, he moved normally, adjusting his clothes like every other day. He smiled at her, calm and relaxed. She stared at him, searching his face for something, anything. But he looked exactly the same. And that scared her. Their marriage had always looked perfect. He was kind, thoughtful, dependable. The type of man people trusted without question. That's why she never doubted him. Even when small things didn't fully add up, she chose to believe him. There had been signs. Late meetings. Calls he took outside. Weekend work that came up suddenly. But every time, he explained it calmly. And she accepted it. Because love had taught her to trust him. That night, while he was in the shower, she picked up his phone again. Her hands shook, but she opened his messages. At first, everything looked normal. Then she saw a contact she didn't recognize. She opened it. And everything changed. The messages weren't casual. They were deep, familiar, emotional. This wasn't something new. This was history. Plans had been made. Apologies sent. Love shared. Then she saw the photo. A woman stood beside two children in a home she had never seen. The little boy looked up, smiling. And he had her husband's eyes. Her breath caught. This wasn't just cheating. This was a whole life. She quickly dropped the phone and placed it back before he came out of the bathroom. When he walked in, he looked at her and asked if she was okay. She said yes. But everything inside her had already broken. Over the next few days, she watched him closely. Every move, every call, every excuse. Now everything made sense. The patterns were clear. This wasn't new. This had been happening for years. She didn't confront him. Not yet. She needed to see it for herself. She needed the truth to stand in front of her, undeniable. One afternoon, he told her he had a meeting. She nodded, waited for him to leave, then followed him. He didn't go to work. He drove into a quiet neighborhood and parked in front of a house. The door opened. The same woman from the photo stepped out, smiling. Then the children ran out. "Daddy." They hugged him. And he hugged them back. Naturally. Comfortably. Like it was normal. She sat in her car, frozen. This wasn't a secret affair. This was a family. The woman stood beside them, calm and confident. No guilt. No hesitation. Just belonging. Tears filled her eyes as she watched them walk inside together. A life she never knew existed, continuing without her. She drove home in silence. Everything around her suddenly felt fake. Her house. Her memories. Her marriage. That night, he came home like nothing had happened. He talked about his meeting. She listened. Every word sounded like a lie. She didn't argue. She didn't cry. She just watched him, and saw him clearly for the first time. Over the next few days, she gathered evidence. Messages. Patterns. Proof. Not for revenge. For clarity. Then one evening, she set the table like usual. Everything looked normal. Until she placed her phone in front of him. "Read it," she said quietly. As he read, his expression changed. Confusion. Shock. Then fear. Real fear. How long? She asked. Yes, he replied. Children. He nodded. The room went silent. Yes. Not a mistake. Not a face. A full life. Did you ever love me? She asked. I did, he said. She laughed softly. You don't build another family behind someone you love. Her voice shook slightly. You didn't just lie to me, you erased me. He had no answer. No explanation that could fix what he had done. She stood up slowly and walked away. No shouting. No drama. Just done. That night, she didn't cry. Some pain is too deep for tears. A few days later, she left. No announcement. No goodbye. Just silence. He called. Texted. Apologized. But some betrayals don't deserve a second chance. And somewhere else, another woman sat with the same man, believing the same lies. Not knowing. She might not be the only one either.
Just a stranger on a different stage.